So when I last left you, I was debating whether I wanted to stay another night in Zion or not. I decided to hit the road, pointed it for the sunset, and headed to a predetermined, mapped out, dispersed camping site. So I just want to show you a little bit about some of the land that I've been camping on, whether it's BLM land or National Forest dispersed camping land. Um, 9 times out of 10, with a couple exceptions where I was the only one, uh, there are other people. There's a whole culture of people that are doing this, vans and buses and rigs and weird stuff. So this would be a typical thing. It's just a turnoff off a road. Um, there's camper one. I'm camper two. I don't know, three, four, five. There's a couple more back there behind them. Um, a couple over here behind the trees as well. And they just roll in. Most of them just spend the nights. Some of them, man, you're supposed to only stay 14 days. They look like they're camped out there for the summer. Morning to you kids. On the road this morning. Crossed into Nevada last night. Stayed at a nice little roadside camp. Only one there. Had a nice fire. Drank a bit of whiskey. Played guitar. And it was an amazingly cool spot. What I absolutely love about these type of roads, so I'm heading across the Nevada desert just north of Vegas, about 100 miles, is even on a holiday Saturday, there's nobody on these roads, which allows me to just putz 45 miles an hour in a 65 to 70 mile an hour zone and take in the desert, take in the beauty. So many times I got someone just riding my ass, and of course they probably live here, they've seen it all before, they know every curve of the road and how fast you can take it, how fast you can't. I err on the side of caution with this old rig, and man, it's just nice to just lay back and chill on a morning drive and feel the cool air coming in. Life's good today. I just had an unbelievable relaxing drive, probably the most relaxing drive I've had on the trip so far. But I'm here in Tonopah. If you don't know where Tonopah is, it's in Nevada. It's the city famed for the Little Feat song called Willin'. Well, I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari to Hatchapee to Tonopah. I've driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, and I'll show you a sign, and I'll be willing to be moving. So as I entered the town of Tonopah, they had it all decorated up with American flags and whatnot, and I thought for sure it was because of the Memorial Day weekend, and turned out that they were celebrating the founder of the town. They called it Jim Butler Days, and Jim Butler was the mining prospector who first struck silver in the town of Tonopah. So I pulled over into a casino parking lot and decided I'd check it out. And it wasn't a sexy camp, it wasn't a sexy town, but there was some interesting stuff going on. They were having these things called mucking contests where you drive a spike into a rock to see who could reach the deepest depth the quickest. And it was pretty cool to see. They would drive these spikes in, and each time before they hit it, they would give it a quarter turn. And there'd be feet in water in there to get rid of the debris. And they had singles competition, and they had doubles competition. They had all kinds of other competitions going on too, but this one was the most interesting to me.
And there we go. Power and strokes up with a hammer, Austin Lemons. Shaking the steel, Braxton Barker. There you go, Austin. That's it, Austin. That's the way. Looking good there. Good start, real smooth.
trust your partner on this, as you can see.
Elbows together, Braxton. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Elbows together, brother. There you go. There you go. Nice flow rhythm. There you go. Come on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
They had all kinds of food trucks and vendors out there. This gentleman here was supposedly selling the world's greatest funnel cakes. I kind of doubt his advertising by the looks of him. So good morning, kids. Not the most glamorous overnight spot. Headed over to Yosemite area, but it's still, this is Sunday of the holiday weekend. I was gonna head to Mammoth Lakes. There's some hot springs over there I want to soak in, and then wait for the holiday weekend crowd to escape Yosemite, and then try to get into Yosemite next week. But there is a local town rodeo. They're celebrating not Memorial Day weekend here, but Jim Butler Days, and Jim Butler was the founder of Tonopah. He found silver, founded silver in this town many years ago, and this town was a mining boom town at one time. Now it's a dusty ghost town. Really not much here. A couple old historic hotels that's been refurbished, but really not much here to speak of. Try to decide whether I'm going to hit the road today, right now in the morning, and do the 2-hour ride over to Mammoth Lakes, California, and but then I run the risk that maybe there's no campsites there because it still is Sunday, or just stay here and watch the rodeo. But I guess I'll figure that out over this coffee. Other than that, all is good. Just checking in. Cheers. As it turned out, there was a gentleman and his wife, both in their mid-70s, who were in the casino parking lot as well, and his truck had broke down. He was towing a big camper tow behind with all the fix-ins, slide-outs and all, but his tow truck had broke down, and he couldn't get the part for 2 or 3 days, so he was kind of stranded. So I offered to run him down to the grocery store and a couple errands for both him and his wife, and we got to talking. He was a Utah cowboy, true Utah cowboy. So we got to chatting, and him and I decided to go down and check out the rodeo together. It was pretty fun. Had a couple beers with the old man, and man, I love the barrel racers. If you watched any of Yellowstone, you gotta love those barrel racers. The desert scooter here to cruise town in. There's a little festival happening downtown. Maybe if I'm lucky and stop into a couple places, I might be able to secure a music gig tonight. Who knows? But it's worth asking around. Town's kind of got that vibe, like just big enough to maybe want to have that, but just small enough where they don't. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna get on my bad motor scooter and ride. Cheers. Happy holiday weekend, guys. Out. So I rode my little scooter up into town, and I went to this bar where this guy was playing some live music, and my God, how he got this gig, I have no idea. This guy could not sing, he could not play, he just quite simply sucked. So I tried to bail him out, and jumped on stage, and unfortunately I left my phone on the bar, and he felt compelled to go ahead and take it and start filming. Yeah, I think maybe he was sniffing that cocaine.
Yeah, good feeling to run these roads. Well, I have people trying to tell me red. Well, if you keep this living, I'm gonna wind up dead. Cast your troubles to the Lord of Lords.
You don't know this guy?
No.
Pretty good.
I got his phone though.
Wait, hold on.
But I got buddies on the White House Road. the same. Get me a drink.
Drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill.
Take my trouble in the high road. Throw 'em in the river and get your fill.
We've been sniffing that cocaine.
Nothing better when the
Wind
wind
cuts
cuts
cold.
Lord, it's a mighty hot living, but it's a
Damn good reason to run these roads.
As it turned out, my entry in the east to west corridor into the Yosemite area was blocked due to snow still being on the road. So that left me to go up through Tahoe, loop back around and come in from the north side, which was the only side that was still open, which was a good 2.5 hour ride in from where I planned on staying. So yeah, back on the road for me, doing the Tahoe loop. So I ended up having a long driving day of over 5 hours with a nice stop in Tahoe. Ended up stopping in Camano Library and tried to figure out how I could get into Yosemite. And it seemed like it was almost impossible to get in there and be insured a parking spot. I tried to look for hotels. I tried to look for passes. Finally just gave up. Said, fuck you, Yogi Bear. And all I had left at that time was another casino parking lot. Parked in the parking lot. And yeah, this was my accommodations for the night. Good night, all.